If used properly, your tax refund can turbocharge your ability to build wealth and really add fuel to the fire of your financial journey. Today I want to cover 5 strategic uses for your tax refund so you can determine how to best use it to your advantage. The first fantastic use of your tax refund is to put it towards your retirement. And I know what you're thinking, Courtney, that might be the least exciting way you can possibly imagine to spend your tax return. And that may be true, but not necessarily. Maxing out your Roth IRA each year is a surefire way to have enough money to live lavishly in retirement. And if you have time on your side for that money to compound, that tax return that you've invested in your retirement account might have snowballed into a small fortune you can use tax-free whenever you're older. Not only does this approach provide you with extra peace of mind knowing you're investing in your future self, it also is probably one of the biggest tests of your delayed gratification skills. Given there's a fairly good chance that your family and friends will be showing off all the toys and gadgets they spent their tax returns on, having the ability to know that you're able to put off that near-term splurge to provide yourself with a better life when you're older is always a great feeling and a major confidence boost. Not to mention, whenever you're living large in retirement, you can always invite your friends to your nice seaside villa or luxury RV and ask them now if they thought that this was a silly use of your tax return. The second amazing use of your tax refund is to build up your emergency fund. An emergency fund is a critical safety net that you can build for yourself to protect you and your family if you fall in hard times. Oftentimes it can feel really difficult and overwhelming to build up enough money that can protect you and your family for several months if catastrophe strikes. Being able to apply your tax refund to your emergency fund is a great way to build up a strong base and boost your potential to weather an unseen storm if needed. I have a video discussing a strategy on how to inflation-proof your emergency fund, and doing so requires a bit of upfront cash as you transition to an inflation-proof fund. So I'll link that video up here if you're interested. Your tax refund can be an amazing way to have enough socked away to execute on this strategy and prevent your emergency fund from withering away from inflation in the future. The third great way to use your emergency fund is to invest in yourself. Education is one of the best ways to unlock earning potential that can amount to some serious cash over a lifetime. And this is income that you might not have normally had access to on your current trajectory. Let me be more specific about this. Education isn't just about going to college. There are so many other education endeavors you can embark on that can add value to your life. Using your tax refund to pay for a certification class might enable you to leapfrog into a higher paying role or take on more responsibility at work. Similarly, taking a class in home maintenance or car restoration might be a fun way to learn new skills and prevent you from dishing out the money next time something breaks around your house or garage. There are literally infinite ways that you can expand your mind and skill sets through learning. And given that we usually feel proud when we've added new skills to our tool belt, leveraging your tax refund for education is a great way to set yourself up for financial success and also emotional fulfillment. And it's always great when those go hand in hand. The fourth method of using your tax refund to generate maximum value is to set it aside for a financial purchase or a big monetary goal. Many things like buying a car or saving for a down payment on a house can take a significant amount of time to save for, and in many cases, it takes way longer in practice than on paper. If you can hold yourself accountable to allocate your tax refund for this big purpose or large project, you can reach the threshold needed for it that much quicker. This approach isn't always glamorous, and just sitting on your tax refund might feel like a waste, or worse, you might be tempted to dip into your savings more than you normally would. But if you can use this lump sum of your tax return to accelerate progress on these savings goals, this could be a great approach for you. In fact, let me know in the comments below if you're saving for anything big, and if you plan to use your tax return to help accelerate that goal. The fifth and final way that you can use your tax refund to accelerate your wealth building is to use it for investments. Anytime you can find additional money to throw in the stock market and let your money work for you is great. And oftentimes your tax refund can provide a nice bump in your portfolio. Depending on the size of your refund, you might want to use dollar cost averaging to buy stocks or index funds in smaller, repeatable chunks to avoid being hit by some unexpected market turbulence. I myself am a huge fan of index funds that track the total US stock market, so funds like VTSAX or ETFs like VTI are probably where the bulk of my tax return is going. These funds have a great history of performance, minimal long-term risk, and are often championed by those in the FIRE movement, which is the philosophy for becoming financially independent so that you can retire early. Please let me know in the comments below what you plan on doing with your tax refund, and if you have any other wealth building strategies that might be benefited by your tax return. As always, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more content from me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.